Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, troops, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back to the channel. Mark, that's me, my words. As always, before getting to this video, please continue to hit those subscribe buttons down there. If you do enjoy the content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Here we are, troops, Monday the 27th of March, 2023, the start of another trading week. Quite an interesting week last week, troops, wasn't it? So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, straight over to GameStop then. The big news with GameStop, I'll just get it up here, was the earnings. You can see there that they, where are we? Here, they had a net income of $48.2 million and earnings per share of 16 cents, positive 16 cents as well, troops, not negative 16 cents. Blowing all analysts, all the experts, it's blown them all out of the water. They were not expecting that. And this is one thing that I like about GameStop is they've stopped giving guidance, because if you give guidance, you're giving ammunition as far as I'm concerned, especially in a stock like GameStop, which is heavily targeted. So all in all, a great quarter, a great end of the year. They've cut down on their expenses as well. Their inventory's gone down. So all in all, troops, I mean, for those that were saying, and I mean, when I talk about those, I'm talking about all the media, you know, all those people that are spouting off saying, oh, it's never going to turn around and blah, blah, blah. Listen, small steps, okay? I'm not saying that this is the start of some big, you know, we can't just celebrate one quarter. We need to see more going forward is what I'm trying to say. But it's certainly a step in the right direction. I wasn't expecting it at all. So this for me is absolutely fantastic. And if we look at the chart, if we just switch back to the chart here, you can see how that affected the price. We were up in after hours, we were up over 50%. We got a high of $27. We did settle down during the week. I'm not too bothered about the pullback, troops. There always is some sort of pullback. But what I did notice was we bounced pretty much off this line of support and resistance at $22, sorry. So for me, that was really mega positive. Closing the week at $23.98, up $1.40 on the day, and up a shit ton on the week, troops. What I will say is, you will remember, I'll link it up here, my last video, we talked about this double bottom, this head and shoulders pattern that we were following, didn't play out. But this double bottom pattern appears to be playing out. Before earnings, we were tracking that line quite nicely. I mean, this is a line that I just put in there, but we were tracking it quite nicely, troops. So, you know, when, again, I keep saying it, when people say technical analysis doesn't apply in these meme stocks, okay, I get it to some extent. But also, you know, you've got to remember that these systems are run off computers. You can only program a computer. It doesn't have free will. It doesn't have free choice to do what it wants. So there will always be some amount of tracking and repeat of previous patterns. So that's what I see, troops. All positive going into this week. Just waiting to see what happens now, troops. 10K still hasn't been filed, which is like the comprehensive end of year filing. Everybody is getting a little bit twitchy about that. Waiting for DRS numbers to be included, seen in there. Me personally on that, to be honest, I'd be quite happy if they don't put the DRS numbers in there. And here's why. Because I think those that are acting against the stock, they want to see that data. Maybe they've got it from other sources, but there can be no more pure data than what's coming from the company. And I think if you take that out, you take away something which can be used to demotivate people like us, retail investors, blah, blah, blah. I mean, when you say demotivated, I've been holding this for over 2 years now. So I'm definitely not demotivated. I'm not going anywhere. But, you know, I just think sometimes it's good to keep your enemy on their toes, and by not releasing DRS numbers, you could potentially do that. Over to AMC and APE. Not really sure what to say here, troops. I'm going to put, I mean, it closed absolutely break even on the day. So on Friday, both of them did. Not up, not down. Now, if that doesn't tell you that that is not a free and fair open market, nothing ever will. And I'm just going to put APE on the 5-minute time scale, because you will see, look at that. I mean, it's just, It's ridiculous. That is not, that's not free and fair trading, is it? That's computers. I mean, the good thing is it shows that nobody's selling. But, when you get drops like this from here, it just shows that it's just all being controlled, heavily controlled. The same on AMC as well. I mean, if you put there, it's just pennies, half a penny in some instances, and for it to not even close up or down, not even 0.1%. Hey, troops, it is what it is. The big one for AMC and APE is obviously that court case. Get that out of the way and then see what happens with the reverse split. I'm still a little bit undecided about that. As you know, I did vote against the proposals simply because I just think it opens another avenue for shorts. Once they do that reverse split and the price goes up again, yes, they can raise some capital, but it's going to get hammered back down. I'm hoping for a bit of a bounce when they do the reverse split, because they should be putting some more shares into the market. It should be generating some capital, clear that debt or as much debt as they can, and really give AMC a fighting chance moving forward. But that's it, troops. That's what I'm seeing this week. Obviously, GameStop, we'll keep an eye on that, see what happens. You can see we were touching that $24 area. For me, that is the next level. So actually what we can do is we can put another line in at $24. Webull have changed their desktop layout, so I'm still trying to work out how to get it to work. We'll change that colour as well. Is it that one? That one? I'm colourblind, troops, so never really see what I'm using. There you go. Anyway, we'll stick that at $24 and see where that takes us, if it plays out as resistance. But yeah, very, very exciting week ahead, troops. Very exciting week. In some other news relevant to what we're following, let me just get this up. This Silicon Valley Bank has been bought overnight. I'm not sure if you've all seen it. It's been bought by its rival, First Citizens Bank shares, for $500 million. I mean, going back a few months, this was worth $40 billion. So you could say they've got a bit of a deal there. But yeah, Silicon Valley Bank has been bought. But for me, troops, watching GameStop, AMC and APE, as always this week, trying to get rich. There we go. 10K, that's the next big step for GameStop. 10K, get that 10K out there. And let's see why you didn't release it like you traditionally do, along with your earnings. Anyway, troops, that's it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed this informative video. If you have, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe. And as always, wherever you are in the world, do take care of each other and yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, troops.